Hello, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to bring you this unboxing Ryo 1/6 scale figure from the Street Fighter V Champion Edition done by IconiQ Studios and TB League. And look at this art box, it's a piece of art, it's really amazing, beautiful art box, quite heavy. If you pre-order this you will need to take care when you handle with the art box. It's a really heavy box, but the design looks really amazing. Here on the side they try to simulate like the player modes when you are playing the game. Here the left side you can see is the player one. We got our Ryo as we saw him in the video game, Ryo 1/6 scale collectible figure. Pretty nice art box, I tell you, this looks really beautiful. In the right side then you got the second player mode. You can have this in your shelf, which will look like exactly in the game. Here in the back, in the left side, you will have some story about this Ryo figure, as well the contact for IconiQ Studios. In the right side, the usual warning and notices. And once you flap open this, you will find an amazing backdrop for our figure that we will check later. And here in the center, you see what they add, all the special moves of Ryo. And as well, credits to everyone involved in the design and production of this 1/6 scale collectible figure. Very well thought, this packaging. Here we got as well a manual done by TB League and IconiQ Studios, basically explaining what you can and what you should not do with this body. It's very important that you read this well before handling with your figure. In the back, some instructions more specifically to Ryo, basically how to change the head, how to change the hands. Everything that you need to know, it's all in here. I really recommend you that you read this before playing with your figure. And then we got as well a pair of white gloves. Yes, they add the gloves too. I think they are afraid that using the body with our hands, maybe we will pass some oil or something like that. I'm not going to use the gloves during the review. I know the risks, but it would be a bit awkward to use the gloves in this review. And then we got our Ryo packed in this clamshell, very clean looking, looks amazing. I know they didn't use foam because they were afraid of staining the body. But here it is, our Ryo, here in the first layer with extra hands, second head sculpt, and then we got as well a second layer with our display base, extra hands, you got that duffel bag, the fireball effect, extra fits, and so on. Checking here that backdrop that we were talking previously, this looks really amazing. Basically this is Ryo's stage. I think from Street Fighter 2 already he was using this stage, but this is very well printed, it's huge and it will look amazing for you to pose and use in your display. Here we have all the accessories that come with our Ryo by IconiQ Studios. Just taking a closer look here at these gloved hands, which look really well done. You can see the wrinkles, the paint application they use on this is very clean. There are no any rough spots on this. Everything is extremely well done. The nails as well here in the hands, you can see the details, looks pretty cool. I think these hands look really fantastic and they are easy to assemble. You can see there the hole then that to install into the body. We are going to check here all the hands, for example this kind of charging hands, the detail on the fingers, the detail in the gloves, they look really well done. I'm really impressed with the clean paint application they did on this. It's not that easy and they nailed it pretty well. Checking as well here these joined hands, they are basically to portray that fireball move that Ryo does, and in the instructions you will see how to install these hands. I suggest you to check, but again the paint application on this is superb and I can't wait to pose Ryo with his hands and take some photos. You got as well an extra pair of feet, very well detailed. You can see the nails, the fingers, and these feet are huge, so they will be perfect for you to pose your figure or even to do some kicking pose or some walking pose. I think these feet look really pretty cool. We got, of course, one of the main accessories, the fireball, that looks really amazing. This in hand and under some lighting, the effect is really very good. And it will not break because it's made of kind of like a rubberized material. You got a hole over there that you can install the pole, but this looks really good. This hole over here, as I was saying, is to install then with this clear pole. For posing purpose, it will look much better, and you can have like the flying fireball with Ryo together. They will look amazing. This is what it looks like, and as you can see, under some lighting, this effect looks really good. We got as well a Ryo duffel bag, just a simple bag, but it will serve the purpose for some posing that you want to do. It's not a pure white, but the color looks really good. We got as well our display base with Ryo nameplate here in the front. In the center here you got Street Fighter V Champion Edition. In the back you got Capcom and IconiQ Studios. The display base looks pretty okay, and then you got as well this pole and the grabber. This is a very sturdy one. I suppose it was the same one that normally Hot Toys uses, but this one is more sturdy, it seems like, because the Ryo body is quite heavy. Looks quite okay, I think it will work well. And then the grabber on the top have some rubber around that will protect the body for any damage, and that's a big plus. Taking a closer look here at the second head sculpt, which I think looks really good, is angry Ryo with that spiked hair. The hair is done tremendously well. I really like the way they did the hair. Then you got the bandanas that you need to take out from inside. They are wired, so you can mold them as you want. You can do any movement you want with them. They will look amazing. But I really like the way they did this head sculpt. The bandana is sculpted around the head, but then the other part is made of some fabric that you can use to move as you want. But the head sculpt, the paint application, the shading and the details they did, it's really good. The eyebrows that go over the bandana exactly as it was in the game. Taking a closer look now at our Ryo main head sculpt, body and outfit, I feel like I have Ryo from the video game in my hands. This head sculpt looks again very well done. The spikes in the hair look superb. The paint application all around the head and the hair are really good. When you have these in hands, you really can feel the detail, the coloring detail, the shading on the face, all the details that went into production of this piece. It's really amazing. The hair for me, it's really good. As for the outfit, it's not a pure white outfit. It has some weathering around. In some parts it's random weathering, but looks really good. The ripped parts are very well done here in the legs. You can see you got some gray parts, the outfit. It's like they are masculine the colors, which I think works pretty well. But the outfit is very well done, match perfectly this bulky body. That ripped part there, those ripped sleeves look very real. Here in the front you got the belt got some wirings too. You can adjust as you want, which is amazing for the poses that you want to do. If you want to do some fighting poses, you can pose the belt as you want. His kind of coat also have some wiring around that you can work with it. You can see I didn't remove the plastics yet here on the figure. I'm just doing the unboxing just now, and I'm really amazed at how it looks like. But I think the outfit looks superb. I don't have any complaints about it. As for the articulation, again, this is a TB League body. I still need to go over the manual, the instructions. I can feel that the body can articulate pretty well. A TB League body, you already know that is a seamless body, a very strong body. There are no any visible joints, which is a plus for this figure. The elbows work perfectly. I'm just trying for the first time now, and all the movements I want to do here, they look pretty simple. I don't know if from more risky moves I will have any difficulties, but I don't think so. The head rotation rotates pretty well without any problem. up and down to the sides, you have a good rotation in the head. Again, the arms, the elbows, you don't need to make any strength, they will move as you want, and you can just do a simple pose as easily as this. I think for the body they use for Rio is a perfect one. It's a custom body, no one did this body before, so I think it's a win for them. The feet here do have a bit of a gap between the legs and the feet, but I think it's understandable and I think it's very well acceptable. I don't have any problem with that. I really love the body they use for this figure. Ryo from IconiQ Studios, I'm going to be very honest with you, this is one of the best 1/6 scale figures that I own. The body that they did and the way that it looks, even simple poses work really well. But the body, it's good enough that you can venture and do some risky poses and take some amazing photos with it. I can't wait for Ken, and I'm sure Ryo and Ken together will do for great photos. Congratulations to IconiQ Studios because I think they really win with this release. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this review and I will see you in the next one.